So I was looking at my computer and I realized when I logged on to my computer that I was the administrator on my account and I was on my Microsoft account. That's how it's set up on the new Windows 10 now. However,
Right.
I'm not the local administrator. I found out after doing a bit of research and realizing I don't have access to all the configuration like System32 files. I'm like, wait, so who is the administrator?
So, so, so who is it?
So apparently these administrator accounts on your local computer, they are disabled. The administrator account is the local admin and the guest account. They're both disabled. Microsoft sets you up with the Microsoft Home version. Like if you go to any store and you purchase a computer and you set it up and you set up your account and it goes through Microsoft and or wherever have you,
Right.
they don't give you the access to the administrator. So what I did is I went inside the computer and gave myself access to the administrator account, and I changed the password. So here's the issue, because most people buying a new computer don't know to go and look for the administrator account. The administrator account password is blank. So for
Got
people working at Microsoft or in India somewhere, which is where all the tech support is, they know that the password is normally blank. You ever find it weird that when you give them your computer name, they can remote into your computer and they have administrator rights?
because it's blank.
Exactly.
they,
So
they already have it.
exactly. They already know this for, unless they do something like use a locksmith or something, they have access to your computer. So what I did was I changed that you have to go into your start menu. Like for me on Windows 10, it would be Cortana, the little circle. You have to go in
Right.
there, go to command prompt, right click on it, run it as administrator, and then type in netuse administrator / enable. When you enable it, then you can go netuse administrator and then the star button that's right over if you hold shift and hit number 8, you hit that star
Mm-hmm.
button, hit enter, it'll tell you to set your password. It'll re-enable the account, tell you set the password. It'll say, can you please verify the password? So you put it in a second time, you hit enter and you log off, then the administrator is right there. So that's a tip for you if you were at all interested.
That might be. I don't know how I ended up doing it because I am the administrator and the other accounts. I'm the local account, the local and the regular administrator. I think as you're talking, just to check it, I got both. Maybe that's because I had problems a while back, and when I called Microsoft for help, they couldn't. They tried to do remote, and they're like, "We can't get it."
Yeah, see, there you go.
Maybe it's because I don't know throughout when I first got it, I did something. I ended up taking over the administrator account.
Yeah, so it's just a little tidbit. And if you are a listener out there and you want to know how to do this in case my instructions weren't clear, I tell you what, drop us an email at crew@incaentertainment.com. So it's crew@incaentertainment.com. My name is Mark, and Tom is my coworker. Drop us an email. We won't do anything with your computer. We don't need anything specific. You just say, hey, I'm having issues, and we're going to send you the procedures that we used to get into our computers. Keep in mind, this is a Windows 10 computer, is not Apple. So if you have an Apple computer, I don't know, it might be a different circumstance, but I know if you just bought your computer off the shelf at Walmart or something, then you will have the same issues, guaranteed, because that's the service pack that Microsoft is setting you up for failure with these days.
People always Microsoft's thing is it makes it easy for their administrator to help people, but you lose security, and people don't think about this security. It's so easy to ignore that, and this day and age, had to say, you'll be a fool to think hackers don't exploit that. That's a big one for them. It's easy.
Exactly. So Microsoft, what you don't know is that Microsoft owns stocks in some of the antiviruses and the security software that you can buy at the store. So what they do is they set you up with a version, and they hide things from you in your computer version that you have, your home version. They hide those things from you, and then they charge you an arm and a leg to pay for a service to re-enable or reactivate something that's already on your computer. It's like, for me, I found out that I don't have a stereo mixer on my computer. If you don't know what a stereo mixer is, basically, if you go into your sound options and you see what you have, you'll have like a Realtek audio or something like that, a default mic that's built into your computer, if you have it. And you should be able to right-click into a blank space there and enable any hidden features. And the codec for the sound mixer, stereo mixer, is not there. And the stereo mixer, what it does is it allows you to use a program, say like Audacity, to record sounds, like if you're doing podcasts like we are, to record sounds off your computer into Audacity. And so when you play videos or clips or something like that, you can just click play, and you don't have to, it cuts down your editing time drastically, because you can just click play. It's like, hey, look, I saw a video. It's already queued up. Let me hit play on YouTube, and then it'll record the sound. But and the secret behind why they're doing certain things is not only for capital gain, but they also made a deal with the music industry, actually, to and I don't know what that deal entails personally, but I noticed the other day when I was trying to record from my computer and I was looking it up and the sound mixer was gone, I came across some articles saying that Microsoft has teamed up with the music industry to do this, that, and the other with your computer. I'm not sure if they're substantiated or not, the claims, but just as a FYI, keep your, I don't put past anybody when they try to make money off of something. And maybe it's like a small change to your system or your normal service, but they will do it just to get the extra buck. Trust me.
Yeah, I've heard, actually, I joined some groups that I'm following, audiophiles. I don't know a whole lot about like the different headsets and the mixers, and also I joined a group for audiophiles just to learn some of it. And that's one of the reasons that they prefer hardware over software for their setups, is that way they don't have to worry about it. Unfortunately, that also means a lot more money out of pocket, but they can take they take them from one system to the other. So it's not like they're buying them all the time, but they don't have to worry about all the software that keeps disappearing or the changes that get made in it because of how easily they affect the quality. They just don't like messing with it.
Exactly. Have you noticed that most Microsoft products these days are subscriber based?
Oh, of course. I mean, you see that with all kinds of systems. All kinds of companies are going that way. It's an easy way of making money.
Right, exactly. Like before, I think Adobe is the one who I saw first do it. Like if you want Adobe Flash or something like that, Adobe PDF to view and edit Adobe, you have to pay a monthly subscriber fee. And then for Microsoft, right, they did the same thing with their Office version, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, and it's really crazy these days because you're not making enough money. There's always been complaints about people minimum wage being too low. And if you need a product, like I was looking at a product for Microsoft, it's like they want almost $20 a month. So that's $20 right, on top of like 60 something dollars that I pay for the internet, on top of 60 plus more dollars I pay for my phone, on top of however much money the gas is, however much money the rent is. Right. And they're just, these companies, they don't have your best interests at heart. it's really hard to even find software that you can just go and purchase now, because now when you go to the store and you purchase like an Adobe product or a Microsoft product, it installs that product on you, but gives you a key for a monthly charge. And
Well, you know what kills me, and there are companies out there I think that have tried to do right, and they make their money. They have their own things that aren't right to make money from. But like I take Google Office, Microsoft Office is a big one. Everyone uses it. Everyone knows it. But Google had put out an Office product that did everything Office did, was free, could also save in Microsoft format so that you could use it with the Office, and they scrapped that because nobody was using it. And I think that's bad on Google's part. They just didn't get the word out there right. But it also showed how ingrained, once people were into Office, they don't want to change. They don't want to use anything else. They want to use what they know. They're comfortable. So it was easy for Microsoft to switch them to a monthly pay fee, pay to use type thing, and people just accept it.